This is Cynthia Memes Glover with Lowe's Creative Ideas Garden Blog, writing for the Gulf Coast. Don't you just think it's so fun to pick out a container and pull some plants together and plant up some combinations into the small space of a container? I've been trying over the last few years to create combinations that don't need a lot of maintenance, aren't messy with flowers, but yet have a lot of color in them, and that also don't have to be watered daily like is usually necessary here in this region. So around my pool area, I'm using these blue glazed pots, and in this particular pot I have combined some foxtail fern along with some spider plant and some African iris and a very pretty red bromeliad that enjoys the sunshine, and then also this purple trailing plant which is called dragon's breath. Again, in the pool area, in this blue pot, I've also put the foxtail fern and the cordyline red star with the red foliage and a very pretty spotted bromeliad that enjoys the sun, and the rosemary herb, which I love having near my back door. And all of these plants, including the succulents and the dragon's breath, again, don't require much water. They can live on their own for quite a while, and I am really enjoying not having to give them so much special attention. And I'm also enjoying the foliage colors without having the flower mess on my back deck. Out in the circle garden, I try to use the blue glazed pots around the perimeter, and I try to combine things that require the same amount of light and the same amount of water. And I can get the hose over here pretty quickly, so I go ahead and put flowering plants around here. But one thing to consider in this region is that our potted plants are much like our garden in that they last for several years, and whatever I put in there, I typically want to be sure that I'm going to be really happy with it for a long time. My newest containers this year are these Lowe bowls. The containers aren't actually new, but the plants are new, and they border a walkway, so I made them to look alike, and they have angelonia in the center and some alyssum hanging over the side, as well as some calibrachoa and also the creeping jenny. So those were fun to put together. I put those together back in February because our spring has been so mild. I hope you're out enjoying your garden in this coastal region where we've had extremely mild weather all winter long and into our spring. And get out there and have some fun putting some container plants together, whether you make them pretty with flowers and foliage, or if you try to create some low maintenance, drought tolerant container plants as I've done. The one requirement is to just get out there and give it a try and have fun doing it.